Hey everyone, this is the Dark Knight of Games here. Today I wanted to talk about my theories and general ideas to the plot of Gotham Knights. I want to go more in depth as to why I don't think Bruce is dead, and a couple other interesting things I thought of. You definitely don't want to miss this one. Alright, so we got the Gotham Knights reveal trailer, which I talked about in another video. We're all excited, yeah. Some people are divided, and I really like the game, like the way it looks. I think it's going to be awesome. That's just me. If you don't think that, please do tell me why. As I'm generally curious, about that. I really don't think about the other side. Usually I'm an optimist, so I don't really think pessimistically most of the time. I'm not saying that makes you a negative person. I don't consider the downsides to things. I'm just basically, sometimes I can just go in blind. Alright? So, if you guys don't like the way the game looks, do tell me why. Now, this game is not set in the Arkham universe. That's pretty obvious. I expect you guys to know that. But if you didn't, that's just given to you right there. I don't think I should explain why, but if you're wondering, it's not really set in that universe because the developers at least said it wasn't. Besides any evidence, that's what you kind of have to stick to. Then, there was also Bruce himself, the fact that he's dead. Some people don't like that. Which I was kind of upset when I watched the trailer, and I was like, oh, Batman's dead, that's upsetting. But Batman isn't just like one character, really. His symbol really means something, And while Bruce Wayne is an essential character to the Batman mythology, and always will be, because in the comics he was basically the first, unless you count that off time that Thomas Wayne became the first Batman, and that, I don't think that's canon anymore. You'd have to check which continuity we're talking about. Most people it is. But essentially he's the first Batman, and with what's going on in the comics right now, the fact that they are considering replacing him with Luke Fox, I think a lot of people are also divided on that, It's just the idea that Batman doesn't pertain to one character. Gotham Knights literally has the bat symbol up front. So, essentially, yes, it is a Batman game. It's attached to his IP, really. The characters his comics created. None of these characters would exist without Batman. No one's, questioning the validity of this character. And if you feel that way, I hope this addressed that, because Batman is a very popular character. However, no one really gives the Bat family any attention. So, this is why they're really doing it. They're making an entire game based off of them, I was hoping that they would have gone more depth with them in the Arkham games, which I have gameplay shown here. They only showed up once, and once in a blue moon, and you can actually play with them in the challenge maps, but that's a different story. Compared to what we're going to see in Gotham Knights, I think the comparisons are just, when it comes to Bat Family gameplay, there's no competition there. Gotham Knights has the Arkham series beat in that regard. You know what I'm saying? The character I'm looking forward to playing as the most is probably Batgirl and Red Hood. Okay, when I first watched the game trailer, I was like, which character am I interested in playing the most? And I thought to myself, well, Batgirl's all like Batman, so she could be cool, and she also has a lot of unique... She also has a lot of unique elements to her character and her moveset. So, I very well believe she's an interesting character. And there's also Red Hood, which, he's Red Hood. He's popular. Everyone likes the guy. And then you also have Robin, which is Tim Drake. For Damian Wayne, I don't like Damian Wayne all that much as a character. If you do, that's okay. And Nightwing. Nightwing is a pretty cool character. Never been much of a fan though, except when he became Batman on those rare occasions. And in that case, he's cool to me. Like, he's not a bad character at all. It's just, he's not as interesting to me as someone as, you know, Batgirl, Red Hood, and, I mean, Tim Drake's Robin in this iteration, but Red Robin, because Tim is incredibly smart, Jason is incredibly violent, and Batgirl is incredibly smart as well as extremely talented. I think I've heard on several occasions that Batgirl can take on the whole of the Bat family all by herself, which I find that to be crazy, and I don't think that's actually true, but like it didn't mean the whole Bat family. I think it was some sort of article saying that she could take on every single Robin, which I find very hard to believe. There's no way she can take on every Robin, especially not Damian, with how they blow his skills out of proportion. They won't even allow that. Like, there would be a fight. But when it comes to a character like, for example, Jason, his skills aren't as, you know, pertain to actual, like he'll get the job done. He doesn't care about how skillfully he does it. He's just that type of person, you know, blunt, and he wants to get the job done. So, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure he's taken off non-lethal means in this game, so those are tasers, not actual guns, or maybe they are actual guns, and we're going to see him get into a heated debate with the Bat family about it. In that case, I like that idea. However, I didn't really like his costume at first, but I know there's going to be gear customization, so I don't care. I didn't like Robin's costume either, but gear customization, so all of that kind of doesn't matter to me. The map is huge. Now, I'm just going to stop analyzing basically everything you guys know. I'm going to go into my theory as to why Bruce is actually going to be a playable character. Now, I don't mean playable as in, oh, you'll be able to play as him whenever you want, any mission, side mission. No, he's actually going to be like, you know how in Marvel's Avengers there was a tutorial mission where he got to play as Cap before he got blown up? Supposedly, I think he's going to be alive in that game, because he's marketed everywhere. I think it's going to be something like that, where you play as Bruce Wayne as his house is probably getting raided by the Court of Owls. So we get to really, you know, see what actually happens to Bruce. And maybe he could have survived, maybe he could have been brainwashed, but I don't really like that theory because in comics they have so many characters being killed off and returning every day of the week pretty much. You know what I'm saying? If they could just actually have a character really die, that would be shocking for me. Not him coming back, you know? Sure, it'd be a twist, but Batman's in everything, okay? I'm a huge Batman fan, and I don't really care about that. But some people do, and I can see where they're coming from. He is in literally everything DC related. He's probably the most popular character. Bruce Wayne, I mean. Not so sure about Terry McGinnis. That's kind of a wavering opinion. I did like that skit in DC Fandom where he was with old Bruce. Like, they received a transmission from the old 60s show. That was hilarious. Anyway, enough of that. So I think we're going to get to see Bruce's skills, you know, in the first mission. And then, eventually, as the game progresses, when we get to around the end of the story, when we get all the gear and evolve a character's skill set and stuff like that, basically when they all reach the peak of their abilities, I would like it if it could show how they may have even become more skilled than Batman himself. As Bruce, he never really accepted people's help, you know. This could show how they may have actually advanced even more and excelled in combat than Bruce. And I like that idea, because it shows, like, they're not better than him. No, they've just taken the Bat legacy to an entirely different thing. And that's why I think it'd be unique if you could actually play as Bruce in the tutorial, you know, just get used to the skill set, and each character starts like that. But then, as you get to customize your character more to your particular liking, you understand that while Bruce was an incredibly skilled fighter, you can be even better when you put your own spin on it. in the game, and I think that's the point, you know? So those are my thoughts on Gotham Knights, my theories, a bunch of general stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I worked really hard putting my mind into it. Have a good day.